everybody, and welcome back to my podcast, Talking Out My. I am extremely grateful for each and every one of you that you're able to just give me a little bit of time. So let's not waste any and get right into it. Let's shake our friend up and have a look and see what today's topic will be. I just want you to know that I'm really enjoying doing this, and I hope you're getting some enjoyment out of watching it. I didn't realize how difficult it would be to just have a one-sided conversation, but I'm getting used to it. So let's see what my friend has in store for us today. Ready? Alrighty. Bucket list. What is on your bucket list? Well, my bucket list is once I have retired, which is in approximately 2.5 years, give or take, 2 years, 2.5 years. My goal, my dream is to relocate. I want to get out of Canada. I want to get out of these temperatures. I want to live where I feel free, happy, and at my best. And I'm sure you've heard me say this so many times. My goal is to retire in the Dominican Republic. Now, have I located the exact area that I will be? Not exactly. There's several locations that I thoroughly enjoy and could see myself making roots in those areas. So the one, of course, is where I do travel to most, which is Sosua. And in either El Batey, Cheramicos, depends. First and foremost, it's going to depend on cost. I do not live high off the hog here. I do budget and I survive. I don't have a gated community. I don't have security guards. I don't have a pool and I don't have a beach. So I don't expect that once I relocate to the Dominican Republic, wherever that may be, that I'm going to live in this posh condo with security and a pool and all of that stuff. That's really not in my financial future, and I'm really good with that. I've been blessed. Yes, when I go on vacation, I stay at really lovely, lovely condos and apartments that have gated security, that have a pool. But I'll be honest, my best times are when I'm with my friends who live there locally. So I have a very, very good friend of mine. His name is Gabriel, and he lives in Santiago, not Santo Domingo. Big difference. Yes, he lives and resides in Santiago. Now, I have been up there and stayed with him and I adore it. Is there hot running water? No. No, there's not. Is there air conditioning? No, they don't have that either. But it's just life. It's comfortable. I'm not above cool water, especially in 90-degree weather, and bucket bathing. It doesn't offend me. I realize we in North America especially are very much spoiled and have certain things that really are not required. Do I enjoy a lovely hot shower? Oh, yes, I do. Do I need it? No, because I can be just as clean with a bucket of water and my soap as I can in a hot shower. So I'm okay if I move into a barrio, a neighborhood that is extremely local and Dominican. Will I have air conditioning? Probably not, but I love the heat, so I'm okay with that. Will I have hot water? It's a big possibility. No. Will I have running water? Well, we're going to keep our fingers crossed and hope that I don't have to just pull it out of a bucket. But if my peace of mind and my happiness means no running water, but everything else is blessed, then so be it. So, yes, that is my priority on my bucket list, to be able to live out my last years where I am at peace, where I feel home, where I want to be. So that would be one. I also, believe it or not, this is part of my bucket list. I want to be able to be accomplished. I want this podcast to go somewhere. I mean, I enjoy doing it and hope somebody's out there paying attention, but it does fulfill me as a person because I'm able to follow through with something that I've created, and it does, help my long days go by. So as I said, I'm very hopeful that anybody's out there watching it, and I greatly appreciate you if you are. I want to hear from you, so make sure you comment. But yes, this bucket list is part inclusive of a podcast. I hope and I pray that this podcast does well enough where I can hopefully generate an income. If I'm able to generate a decent enough income, and again, I'm not trying to move there and live in $1,000 US a month condo. I'm looking, believe it or not, because I'm trying to maintain a budget and a lifestyle that I know I'll be able to take care of, especially being Canadian. So when I do get my pensions, which trust me, even though I've worked 90% of my life and paid the government, it won't be much, and it certainly won't be enough to survive here in Canada. So my pension will be in Canadian. Now, mostly everything there, if not dealt with in pesos, is going to flip to US money. So I've got to take that into consideration. I've got to take into consideration the conversion of the money. So I'm budgeting my apartment, hopefully, God willing, to be around 300 to 400 US a month. Now you might say to yourself, "Oh my, ooh, where are you going to live for 300 or 400 a month?" Ladies and gentlemen, do your due diligence. There are some spectacular apartments for 300 or 400 a month. Trust me. They're throughout Cabarete. There are some in Sosua. There's definitely some in Santiago, in Puerto Plata. You've just got to do the research. So I do know of a couple that are in the Cabarete area. They are gated. They are secured. They even have pools. And they run $400 a month American. Plus, they even include the electricity. So these are all things I'm taking into consideration. And yes, my bucket list is to end up there. I would love nothing more than to wake up every day to heat, sunshine, fresh air, salt air, possibly nearby the sea, rivers. You have no idea how much freedom and peace I have when I'm there. The ability to pick fresh fruit right from a tree, you know, living off of what God's provided. So, yes, that is definitely on my bucket list. Let's hope, let's pray, and hopefully with your support, you can help me achieve that sooner than me waiting for my actual retirement. But that would be it. I honestly believe my two priorities on my bucket list are the ability within my retirement years to relocate to the Dominican Republic, live peacefully, have my grandson come and stay with me there, share the beauty of that island with my family. And secondly, for the success of this podcast. And I really do depend on you for that. So please, just take a moment to subscribe. You don't know what that would mean to a girl to have as many subscribers as possible. It's only a moment to hit the like button. You don't know how much I would appreciate a like or two. And of course, please feel free to comment. Look, I'm not everybody's cup of tea. That's life. You might not appreciate the topic that Donkey gave me to discuss, or even get the premises of this podcast. And I respect that. I do. But if this podcast gives you any pleasure, if you can laugh, if it gives you something to ponder about, like, wow, I've never really thought about that, and now you're able to, then I'm a happy girl. So in return, all I ask of you out there is a little loyalty. Subscribe, like, and comment. Tell me how you feel. If you think I said something not up to par, or you have a different answer to that, share it. I would love nothing more than to know somebody is out there, that I'm not just talking to this screen on my own, and that other people have opinions that we can actually discuss. And please, once again, if you have a topic idea that I can give to my friend Donkey and pull out to discuss, oh, share that with me. I just want to thank everybody, truly, for the support and for giving me the courage to continue on and creating these podcasts. As I've said once before, I truly hope they get better with each one. It is an adjustment. I've got lots to learn. The editing, the thumbnails, the promos. It's all a learning experience. But I am so, so grateful to be privileged enough to be allotted that. So hang in there with me, please. It can only get better from here. And from Donkey and I, thank you for hearing what my bucket list was, and I can't wait to hear what yours is. So, once again, we just want to thank you for giving us your time and letting me talk out my... All right, everybody, we'll see you on the next one. Have a great day. Bye-bye.